Hello, my extraordinary women friends. I am so excited to introduce you to our guest today, Gerry Poirier, the founder and CEO of AngeLink, the world's first social crowdfunding platform built and powered by women. AngeLink is a fintech startup with a female CEO, a female CTO, a female CFO, a female head of growth, and a 90% female team, and a mission to empower women everywhere through crowdfunding. The company just launched last June, but has already raised $4.5 million, gained 20,000 plus platform users, a 50,000 plus community following, and is experiencing rapid monthly growth. It is so impressive, and you're going to love Gerry. Gerry launched AngeLink from her home 2 years ago, just 2 years ago. It's amazing, and has since turned an idea into a top-tier web and mobile app that's processed close to $1 million in donations from across the nation. And I have an exciting announcement to make. We are thrilled to partner with Gerry and AngeLink Community Foundation, where select fundraisers from my community will have the chance to receive a $1,000 angel grant from the AngeLink Community Foundation to support their business or nonprofit's fundraiser. Through this partnership, AngeLink and Extraordinary Women are empowering budding, established female entrepreneurs with greater access to funding for their businesses and business ideas through AngeLink's trusted crowdfunding platform. In an effort to support female entrepreneurs, the AngeLink Community Foundation will donate to the cause. AngeLink Community Foundation is looking to give one merit-based $1,000 grant to the campaign organizer who successfully raises $2,000 or more on AngeLink per group of 10 fundraisers that meet or exceed their $2,000 goal. And an added incentive, AngeLink will also promote the grant winners' businesses across their social media platforms to their community of 50,000 plus followers. What a great opportunity. And I hope that you will help spread the word to your communities. You'll use the EWC hashtag when you apply. So check out the show notes for all the details of how to qualify, how to apply, and what that time frame looks like. I can't wait to see who will win the grant. So exciting. Good luck. And now let's meet Gerry Poirier of AngeLink. Well, welcome to Extraordinary Women Radio, Gerry. It is super exciting to have you on today.
Oh, thanks so much, Cammie. It is such a treat and my pleasure to be here.
Yeah. And so you are down in Florida, and you kind of were in the direct line of the hurricane, but you managed to be okay through that.
Yeah, we did. So I built this company to really be there in times of need and in times of crisis. So it's called AngeLink. It's the world's first crowdfunding platform built and powered by women. And it is a head-on to competitor to others in the space that are there for a kind of a payment system when you need help. So it connects someone who's looking for financial support, whether it's a hurricane, whether it's emergency relief, whether it's a sick child, you want to start a business. On AngeLink, as in crowdfunding, you could really start a campaign for almost anything that you need your financing for, and you can reach out to your friends and family and get support with donations. And we were able with the hurricane to really make a tremendous impact here in Florida when it was a direct hit with Hurricane Ian.
Right. Well, what a good place to be able to get back into your community. And I'm excited to hear about, I love stories about women seeing a need and going out and building, something around that need, raising the capital for it, making an impact with that idea, just like you're doing. So really congratulations on it. First of all, I want to just give you a big congratulations, because I think that's the power that we have as women, is to be able to find our ability to make a difference with how we're showing up in the world. And that's clearly what you're doing. Tell us a little bit about your journey to building AngeLink. When did you start it, and kind of the journey you've been on why did you start it? Just give us a bit of that
So,
background.
I have been in finance for 20 years.
Yeah.
So,
Were you always in the tech finance world, or were you in
yeah,
finance?
I was in investment banking,
Mhm.
finance, turnarounds, venture capital turnarounds, um, doing all sorts of different types of finance at some major financial institutions. And Cami, I for 20 years was the only woman
Yeah.
in the room
Yeah.
in
It's a big
in
issue right
conference.
now, right?
I'm sorry.
It's a big issue that you're the only woman in the room in all of
That's
that
right.
space.
That's right. And so it really dawned on me after 20 years experience that women are completely disenfranchised in
Mhm.
finance. And that means in financing your business. It means in paying your bills or getting money to help support your women or families when there's a urgent need. So my background is 20 years experience in finance. I worked at some major investment banks, right out of university. Worked in Hong Kong, worked in Singapore and Tokyo, New York, and it's the issue women have is universal.
Right.
So women make 20% less than men in the United States. It's worse in every other country. Women get 3% of venture capital, just to finance a business.
And isn't that
Uh,
even down now? I think that's even below 3% right now.
Absolutely correct. I think it's in the low twos now.
Yeah.
And if you women only have 15% of board seats of any companies in the United States. So I founded AngeLink to solve a significant problem that I have seen myself and experienced myself. That women need. It is not a level playing field. So with all of that, right? Women are disenfranchised in being able to have a opportunity to raise money for whatever they want to do. And in addition, women are taking care of their kids. They're in the home, right? They're also the taking the vast majority of work of the unpaid work in the home, taking care of your aging parents. So it's absolutely no wonder that women turn to crowdfunding when they need help.
Right.
So women are 70%, and this was the golden secret, that women are 70% of the organizers in social peer-to-peer crowdfunding.
Oh, interesting.
70%. And yet, the other interesting fact is that women are over 72% of the donors. So it is a market that is female centric. It is a market that women are already the majority of. And why not build a platform that spoke authentically to women that really helped women with all of their, financial needs? So it's a peer to peer giving platform. It's called AngeLink, and it's so exciting. We launched it to answer your question. It took us about 2 years of stealth mode.
Mhm.
We filed 8 patents, 5 utility patents, 3 design patents. We wanted to be a not just a new, kid on the block, but the best alternative with a better mousetrap. So we started and we launched 6 months ago. And since then, we now have 26,000 users. We've done over $1 million, almost 1.5 million in processing. And we've raised $5.5 million.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's really amazing. So those 5.5 million, give us an idea of how that kind of breaks out to the types of support you've done.
So in our business, the competitors have been around for a while. One of the largest competitors has done almost 18 billion in
Mhm.
transactions.
Mhm.
So it's a huge market. It's growing almost 17% compounded annual growth. It's crowdfunding is the what I think is amazing is it's really technology solving basic human needs.
Mm.
So it is 60%, 65% medical.
Mhm.
A man or woman cannot
Yep.
afford to the surgery, the expense that just came in from the hospital. So it's about 65% medical emergency. There's a hurricane, there's a fire, mudslide, some kind of hurricane, some kind of emergency. It's about 10%. And then family issues. My daughter needs a new wheelchair. My son needs textbooks for school. And so those are the top categories: medical, emergency, and sort of family day-to-day issues. And
Okay.
AngeLink is there as the world's first platform to really support and empower women through that process. It's open to all, it's built by women, powered by women, talking to the largest market, which is women, but it's open to all.
Yeah. Yeah. And you built a company that is, you've got a female CEO, a female CFO, a female CTO, a female head of growth, a 90% female team. How do you, I mean, I love that. That makes me so happy. How does that impact how how your company is growing? What's different about your company and how it's growing because of the predominant female base that you have within your leadership?
That is such a great question. We are able to attract the very best.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
because women haven't got a seat at the table, and because women are sort of overlooked for some of the more senior positions in our corporate culture, uh, which has been going on for decades, the best and brightest are coming to AngeLink. And
Mm-hmm.
AngeLink has been able to attract women of incredible talent. Our CFO came from a payment company called ACI, which does 14 trillion a day in
Wow.
global payments. And then she left ACI and joined FIS, which does 32 trillion a day in payments.
Yeah.
So it's the largest payment system in the world. She's our CFO and she's
Excellent.
outstanding. So that's Laura.
Yeah.
And then Sheila joined us, um, and she has a PhD in artificial intelligence. She's our CTO. So yeah, so you don't mess with Sheila.
Right.
PhD in artificial intelligence and master's degree of some of the best universities in the world. She's studied at for artificial intelligence and uh, engineering and software development. And then Paige joined us from our competitor and is head of SEO and content and growth. And then we do have a fantastic gentleman on our board, on our team, Francisco, who also joined us from our competitor, one of our key competitors, and he is running our customer support. But we are 90% female. But what makes us different is not just that number, it's the culture.
Right.
It's the culture of
Yeah.
leadership
I
that's
was thinking the
empowering.
board table's got to be incredibly different than what the board tables you were sitting at before.
That's right. And it's all about empowering. I'm very, very keen on building a team of leaders
Yeah.
and leaders that can empower others. And not only are we 90% women, we're 90% immigrant
Oh,
women. Yes. So
fantastic.
many of our team came from outside the United States, were not born in this country, came here to live the American dream, have been able to work up through the ranks, have kind of learned, tremendous process and methodology, and want to share that and build their own team here within AngeLink. So that's unique. Um, we also took it one step further when we started the company. I really wanted to have a mission driven, social impact driven culture.
Hmm.
So we built and we took the time to write a 50-page deck on culture and leadership. And we looked at some of the best in the industry. Netflix has a fantastic culture deck that's heralded as one of the best. We used, Simon Sinek and some other leaders in organizational excellence and the mission behind the brand, and we created our own deck, and I'm really proud of it. It's called the AngeLink Culture Deck, and every employee and every contractor that works with AngeLink is given this as an onboarding, and it's a living document.
Hmm. Hmm. What's the essence of it that's different?
Um, it's really that we care.
Hmm.
I want to build a company that cares because I'd
Mm,
much rather have a small team that will work together at 2 in the morning if there's a problem and not just say, no, that's not my job.
okay.
And you cannot buy that.
Yeah.
You have to build that from the ground up. And so we are very transparent, extremely authentic, uh, empowering you to build that leadership culture within your own department, hiring people that say, bring in operational excellence and then train young people to come up through the ranks and, be the best they can be and live up to their own potential.
Yeah.
So we have a foundation called the AngeLink Community Foundation. And the crux focus of the foundation is raising women to their highest potential.
Nice. Nice. And so how does the foundation give back? What are some of the ways that you
So the
help with
foundation,
that?
I'm so pleased and proud of the foundation. We started this 501c3 foundation, AngeLink Community Foundation. It has 6 pillars of giving. First and foremost is in inclusivity, gender. It's a gender equity for women is one of the 6 pillars of giving. So gender equity is one of them. Health and wellness for women, homeless mothers and single mothers, STEM, women in STEM, supporting young girls and women in STEM with some unique programs. And we've kind of run the gamut of women empowerment with supporting programs directly with our foundation to support and empower women.
Cool. I love that. I love that so much.
And a percentage of all proceeds from our crowdfunding engine, which is a free platform, benefit our foundation.
Oh, so
we
cool.
Really put our money where our mouth is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you have done some fundraising to build the base of this. Tell us about your fundraising journey.
So it is not easy for women to raise money in the United States. Less than 3%.
I have clients. I've got clients. I've got friends who are in that journey. So I totally know that. And but
they can come to AngeLink.
Yeah,
they can come to AngeLink and raise the initial capital to buy inventory, to buy a commercial oven, to make to build a bakery, to get that first money in from their own community or build community support.
Okay.
And we've had really hundreds of women come to us already with raising money to start a business or to fund their existing business. And I don't want to forget this. We also give away grants. We just launched an angel grant program through our foundation and we did $5,000 grants to 5 women to support their business. And they applied to receive the grant through our foundation. So that is another way we give back. Again, very organic to our mission, is to support and empower women. So there was an application and we had hundreds of applicants and we're able to support these 5 women. And so how do we raise money? Okay, so our investors, we've done a seed. I'd say it's a relatively large seed financing. They're individual angel investors and they are super smart investors. They came from, one of them built a $200 million payment system, sold it to a very large multi-billion-dollar public payment system. Another investor was chief marketing officer, chief product officer from this very significantly public traded payment system. So those 2 investors invested. We just had a new investor come in who recently sold his payment system to PNC Bank. So we have 3 payment experts who backed us. And then we also have a gentleman who is the first general partner in Our Crowd, which is a crowdfunding platform that does equity investment, accredited investor equity investment. And so I think we've been validated by some of the best of the best to have this kind of angel early seed money, $5.5 million from these types of investors.
Absolutely.
And we're taking it to the next level. We are just launching and plan to close in the coming months a Series A financing.
Nice. And any words of advice, because it is more difficult for women. Any words of advice that you would give to a woman who is out in the fundraising, the capital fundraising?
Be prepared. The amount of work, women, I think the hoops we have to go through because 97% of the money will go to men. It's an extremely high bar. You have to be incredibly prepared. You have to work harder. You have to stay up late. You really have to put in the effort to do it because it's a tremendous amount of professional preparation. a business plan, financial model,
Yeah.
a tech stack deck, a customer service deck, a finance, overview deck, a two-page summary, KPI report. So you need to really know what you're getting into if you're going to get that
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
sophisticated financing.
And when you run into the nose, what was your, as you hit the nose, what was the inside incentive that kept you going?
Well, let me say this. I didn't get nearly as many no's as I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really rare because of the preparation, because our team spent probably 6 months preparing ourselves. Now, we actually got quite a few yeses much faster than I would think, but it wasn't because we're more brilliant than anyone else. It's because we prepared
You did the work.
and we did the homework and we did
Yeah.
the research and we did the competitive analysis. So I think that if you set yourself up for success, a mindset of success, and you really, really put in the work, you can, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't easy. And you need to have a legitimately powerful idea. And we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. We filed 8 patents
Yeah.
ahead of time. I wrote the patents myself. I learned how to write technology patents. I basically took out a pen and paper and started, researching how to do it. Then once I had written about 90% of it, I was able to hire an attorney to help put the finishing touches. I would have never been able to do that if I hadn't done all the research. So don't give up.
Yeah. And you
Do
were
the
doing
homework.
some of your own work. You in those early stages, you were rolling up your sleeves and being in the midst of it all.
Yeah, and you're going to get a tremendous amount of no's if you don't put in that kind of incredible effort.
Yeah.
And I would say it's much more than you would expect that you have to do.
Yeah.
And it was 6 months of preparation.
Yeah.
We still got no's, of course, but we usually were able to turn that into maybe an introduction. That's really another little secret, is maybe to try to turn a no into an introduction to
Nice.
another person who could add value, who really understood your space.
Yeah.
And so I would also say, um, being very specific to exactly trying to get an introduction to who you want to invest is really helpful, because you're going to get less no's if people understand the space.
Yeah.
But don't give up, because you're definitely going to have, you know, issues and problems, and it's not an easy road, but it is doable, and women can do it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's so good. So who's inspired you?
You know, I have a lot of different people that have inspired me. I'd say my grandmother, who was an incredible person that was all about giving back. I remember her making dolls and handcrafted toys and things, and sewing for the church down the country church down the road when I was growing up, and she was always giving back to her community. She was always, asking, what can I do to help? I remember one particular Christmas where we'd start shopping with my grandmother in the summer with the sales at, Walmart or Sears or whatever. There was Sears back then, and some of the stores, to buy coats and hats and gloves for the needy children and the underserved communities that lived out in the country near where my grandmother had a farm. So I remember a Christmas morning when we had filled up the station wagon and we were driving out to the country to drop off these toys, and she had a list of their name and the size of their shoes, and she had a list, of exactly the size for that winter coat. And as grandchildren, we were delivering all this incredible love and support and kindness. And I think a lot of those stories are missing in our dialogue these days. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
that giving back, that kindness, that lifting people up, and being there to help and support each other. It's what our country was founded on,
Right.
and it's what AngeLink is founded on. It's if you can build that community, there's no stopping our country.
Yeah. Yeah, I so agree. And I love that that memory is so entrenched for you that, that it drives you today.
Yeah, do you love it? Isn't that just
Totally.
like it was
And you're
snowing
right, it's
outside?
not there anymore, right? You don't
Yeah.
see that. So I totally
No.
agree.
And those children came out of the house with no shoes.
Mm,
And my grandmother and me and my sisters and my brother, we were hand delivering shoes the right size for those children.
that's awesome.
So that is probably the purpose driven mission that I founded this company on, is that um, our dialogue, I think, in this country has gotten skewed to what we dislike about each other versus what drives us together, how we can really pursue kindness and really support each other. And this crowdfunding is the opportunity to give small amounts of money
Right.
to people that to really change their life. And it's a unique opportunity, I think, with a technology that builds community at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. So what's different about AngeLink, that the platform? You said, you've built your own it's different. So what's different about it?
So there's three significant differences based in our patents.
Mm-hmm.
One is absolutely trust and safety. We lead with trust and safety. We believe that certainly there's an opportunity to do it better than our competitors have done. So we've created a 7-point escalating flagging system to immediately kick out bad actors, to not allow them to publish on our platform. We're putting some finishing touches on some very interesting, it's AI driven,
Mm-hmm.
artificial intelligence driven type of technology that puts this really strong layer of protection to protect
Nice.
our users.
Mm-hmm.
So trust and safety is absolutely the cornerstone of AngeLink. The second differentiator is gamifications. If you look behind me, you'll see our cute little iconic blue angel. She
Yep.
looks a little bit like the very popular Duolingo, the green owl in
Uh-huh.
language learning.
Uh-huh.
That green owl took something quite boring, which is learning a language, and got almost 600 million downloads for a mobile app. We are mobile centric, mobile first, cutting edge, brand new technology. So we use a lot of gamification, not just because it makes it fun.
How do you gamify it? How does that work?
So first we have an iconic, lovable character,
Uh-huh.
and we call her Angel.
Okay.
So it's totally free, all of the gamification. Number one, every time you give on AngeLink, you get a very nice, adorable badge that you can share on social media that you gave today. Your, badge about kindness or love or, helping others. So every single donation, you get something in return, which is really nice,
Mm-hmm.
and you can share that.
Cool.
And you can collect your badges, and you, as a donor, and you can get a higher level on the AngeLink platform. So
Oh,
there's a real, cognitive loyalty built into gamification. So the donor always gets a badge with every donation, no matter how small. And then the fundraiser also gets achievement badges. And those achievement badges, every 10%, 20%, 30%, they get a badge, different colored, bright colored badge that they can share on social media to, hey, it's Easter's coming up, Mother's Day is coming. I've only, 40% of my goal. Could you help me?
mm-hmm.
And you can share this adorable badge. And you achieve a higher level, the more money you raise on AngeLink. In addition, so the badges both for the donor and the fundraiser, and then the angel is seasonal, sort of like Duolingo. It's the Mother's Day pack, it's the back to school angel link, and everything's free. Super cute types of gamification. Also by category, let's say you're raising money and your dog is sick, you can choose your puppy, and AngeLink, you can send the little angel with your little puppy of one of the puppy characters to promote your campaign. It's a lot more fun than just a black and white
Right.
text.
Right.
And and then the last, so it's trust and safety, gamification, which is really loyalty and lovability, because that's
Yeah.
really key to gamification, is making it lovable and fun.
Uh-huh.
And then the third is targeting women, talking to women, building a community where women feel safe, where women feel like they're being spoken to in an authentic voice, and that women can come together with small amounts of money and help and support each other.
So good. So good. So if you could share one message with the whole world, what would it be?
I would say if I could share one message with the whole world, what could it be? I believe that there is an opportunity, and there is an opportunity to change the world with building the world's first and largest community powered by women to help each other, because look what's going on in our world.
Yeah.
And this is not good. Like, the
Yeah.
Russian invasion of Ukraine, what's going on in China and Taiwan, what's going on with North Korea. There is a lot of negative news and a lot of negative things going on. And I think the world needs a completely new perspective on bringing communities together.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so if AngeLink can be part of that, which, our name is about goodness and kindness and love and support. And we need that more than anything, I think, in the world today. It's a free platform. And that's why we built it. So what I would say to the world is, if we can build the largest community in the world where people give very small amounts of money and they help each other, that's important, because everyone needs help one day. You might not need money today, and then your cousin, has a car accident and you want to help them. And, 3 weeks later, you need money to help your cousin. So, nothing like this really exists in the world. And we're building it with really a higher purpose, because I see a dramatic need that there needs to be good news. There needs to be a community based on kindness and helping each other out. And that is the cornerstone of uh, successful societies and happy people. And we should not, we need that. I'm very concerned about our country with the negative discourse.
Totally.
And so AngeLink really tries to be Switzerland, tries to be completely, apolitical. And we're building a better place for people to come together and help each other.
And that's really what our world needs, is just everybody showing up and care for one another. So I love it. I love it. So where can people learn more about AngeLink?
So super easy. It's AngeLink with one L, Angel, ANGEL, and then INK. It's one word, AngeLink.com. You can also go to Apple, iOS, Android. We have an adorable app with a lot of gamification attributes in the app. And you can start a campaign. You might not need money yourself. Maybe you do, but maybe your husband lost his job. Maybe your mother needs a new wheelchair. Your neighbor down the street, something happened to them. The roof blew off in a hurricane. So AngeLink is really there to help in times of need and for people to help each other. So it's angelink.com. And you can come on to raise money for really almost anything you need. We review and vet every campaign. And we certainly are excited to have donors come in and support each other and campaigns through our foundation, through direct donations to others and friends that they want to support. And also for women, it's a fantastic first step, especially for your audience, Cami, who want to raise some money to start a business or to fund a business, and they haven't been successful at venture money, where they need a little bit of extra cash in order to build that prototype. AngeLink is a fantastic place, because it really enables women to come together to support each other in building a business too.
Excellent. Excellent. The last question I always close with are, what are 3 pearls of wisdom you'd like to leave with us today?
3 pearls of wisdom. Oh, okay. I have some great ones.
Oh, good.
Okay. So one of my favorite sayings of all time is, experts built the Titanic, amateurs built the Ark.
Ooh.
Do not think that because you are an amateur, because you're not an expert, because you don't have all the textbooks of education, don't believe for a minute that you can't do it. And so I think that's a profound truth in any entrepreneurial journey. There's no way you're going to be knowledgeable about every aspect of your business. You
Mm-hmm.
can't be a scientist and start a business without having gaps in your, you're not certainly you're not a business person and a coder, or a developer. So that's one of my favorites. Another one is I say this often to our team. No is not um I'm going to answer your question, but no, you cannot use the word no. No is not an option. So what's your next word?
Yes.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
You could say maybe, but you cannot say no. So that's
Yeah.
another one that I think is very helpful to kind of almost abruptly stop the no's. And when even when you're talking to raising money, it would be kind of fun if you're able to be able to say something,
no
or at
is
least
not
have
a
that mindset. No is not an option.
right.
What's your other word? So that also speaks to not giving up, um, having a sense of humor about it, not putting yourself down,
Yeah.
because that I think as women we can do that too easily. Um, and I would say that my last third kind of pearl of wisdom is, if you're always, reaching up to achieve something higher for yourself, reach down too and pull someone up.
Yes.
And
yes.
if you can do that within your own team, within your own community, I think you build that culture of caring, which is so important. So I think I think it actually is important to driving success, because you get that heart, that connection that you can't buy.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. So good. Thank you, Gerry, for sharing everything you're doing and for what you're building. Amazing. Totally amazing. Congratulations. And thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Cami. Great. And I'm excited to meet you in person one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.